Nobody's sitting on their seat of righteousness and judgment when it's somebody else in the seat of sin. And I said this Sunday that whenever somebody does something bad, we're saying things like they better get what they deserve, and God's going to do this and God's going to do that, and he's the vindicator, and they ought to throw him under the jail, and they should do this and they should do that. All of that may be true. Got to be careful when you're praying about God's retribution on somebody because of their wrong, because God is so consistent that when you pray that other people sit under the jail, you got to be careful that you're not under that same jail when it's your time to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So I personally never pray for anybody's downfall. I do believe that there should be consequences for things, but I never personally pray for anybody's downfall because the justice of God reigns on the just and the unjust. And when it is my time, I want grace. And those are the things that we have to make sure that we have in place when it is somebody outside of us, because we live in a world where the concept of belief is that there are some people who are too far gone for grace and to be reached. And there's this growing course of judgmental spirits. You see it. Judgmental spirits that cast anybody from God's favor because they made an error. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to back it up by scripture today. There is no sin that God's grace cannot reach. There is no sinner. I don't care how bad it is. I want you to hear me. The scripture is populated with God forgiving murderers and liars and